Of course, this is the sound of the opening bell of the Frontier African markets. Welcome, everyone, to Wednesday, the 13th of April. Again, the markets across Africa were a little bit mixed on Tuesday, with the Nigerian bulls climbing about 0.75% at the back of very strong gains in some of the big banking names, and MTN still riding that news of a final license for its mobile payment service bank issued by the financial regulator here in Nigeria. So give it to the banking sector and the MTN in the telco sector. The BRVM next door in Ivory Coast down by 0.1%. The Egyptian market went home strongly. Tuesday stayed trading of the week by nearly 1.6%. The Nairobi was better by nearly 1%, but the South African was down by 84 basis points. So let's put the markets on just behind us for Tuesday and move on into what news investors will be digesting and analysts looking at for the Frontier Africa as we start today. IMF says the final tweaking of its $50 billion new lending resilience and sustainability fund will be considered today. The IMF wants to wrap that up before the start of its annual spring meetings, which start in Washington, D.C. Next week. The Africa Energy Agency is today holding its State of Africa's Energy webinar. That will be at about 4 p.m. South African time. In the meantime, the Energy Agency in Kenya is looking to cut supplies to all retailers who are fueling supplies of fuel, petrol, gasoline out of Kenya into neighboring countries. Kenya currently faces a whole lot of pressure from the lack of enough supply of petrol, diesel, and other means of energy. And the tax from foreign tech giants, Kenya is looking to raise that to 3% from 1.5% previous. And the Family Bank has gotten about 5 billion shillings in local currency insurance for small and medium enterprises doing business in East Africa's largest economy. And Tanzania is 4.4 trillion. SGR start operations by April ending. Okay, let's take in the West Africa into the mix, where the WTO has cut the global trade growth forecast to 3% this year from 4.7% previous because of the pressure from COVID-19 now being made tougher, even more tougher by the Russian military operations in Ukraine ongoing into the second month. OPEC has told the EU, Mohamed Bakindo, the head of the OPEC alliance, says the Russia's oil crisis is out of the cartel's control, and that much was told the EU officials on Monday. The African Energy Chamber event is a high-profile one for today. You don't want to miss that. In the meantime, the West African Rating Agency has now been rebranded as GCR Ratings after the GCR made extensive buy-in into the West African Rating Agency. So you now have a GCR Ratings across West Africa doing both sovereign and independent private sector rating for companies and sovereigns. Finally, you have three main agencies within the Ghana's government economy that are bringing a whole lot of liabilities on board. According to latest news, the Cocoa Board, which is the agency responsible for the country's cocoa market, Ghana is the world's leading cocoa producer. The Ghana National Petroleum Corporation and the electricity regulator are the three state-owned enterprises with the biggest liabilities, north of 28 billion local currency. That's the cities. Okay, so flooding in South Africa and Eskom is still going on with stage 2 load shedding, which started at about 5 p.m. local time on Tuesday. Flooding, cold snap in South Africa is getting worse as Africa's most advanced economy is looking to its winter season, which is beginning to get on the way. Much energy will be needed. In the meantime, the South Africa's central bank, or the SARB, says the country's economy is now close to full recovery and has revised its growth forecast higher to 2%. In the meantime, South Africa is setting about $900 million annual mineral exploration target for the economy, because the country is looking to raise $3 billion or raised $3 billion already in Eurobond sale. Nigeria tapped the global Eurobond market just in the first quarter. Now, despite Russia's war in Ukraine, Russia has just gone to the global debt market. And one of South Africa's largest bank, that's Capitec, has declared a surprising special dividend of about 1,500 cents per share to shareholders. What the bank did last year was to give about shares worth about 1 billion rand to its shareholders, or to the staff under the Black Economic Empowerment, what they call the BEE countries program for Black Empowerment. That has now paid off with this special dividend for 1,500 cents. And the London Stock Exchange listed Cambria has put about 7.83% stake in Raider Zimbabwe on sale. And finally, you got the North African market, EFDB, and the African Union have signed a deal to support the African Union's reform agenda 2063 goals. And Egypt's delegation are currently in India looking for another window of wheat supply because of the crisis in Russia. Egypt is Africa's largest wheat importer from Russia. Egypt's PMOB is planning to expand into Pakistan to expand its reach. The whole idea for PMOB, which is the payment system provider in Egypt, is to extend into the Middle East beyond the North African market. And Morocco's economy grows 1.2% in the first quarter. What's the outlook for second quarter? That's about 1.8% for the quarter we're currently in, ending June. And finally, Tunisia's BIAT reporting a net profit for 2021 down by 5%, roughly 255 million local currency. That's the Tunisian dinars. Keep those data in mind and get your trading day started here with Frontier Opening Bell. I'll see you next time. Go online, watch this broadcast as well as other shows on our YouTube at Frontier Africa Reports. And of course, you can see our stories on our website as well. This is www.frontierafricareports. Also available on LinkedIn, on other social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, as well as Twitter. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.